Now, here's something I don't see very much anymore these days, and I don't mean the 360 or even this beautiful Modern Warfare 2 edition. What I do mean is this. Oh, the ancient text has prophesied your return. Some quick history for you guys. I became a technician at 17 years old. I started working on electronics because of this problem. My friends, myself, family members all suffered from having systems that had the red ring of death. And at the time, it was actually unknown what was causing the issue. Microsoft wasn't able to figure it out for months. Systems were dying left and right, and it was a massive problem. And people were doing all sorts of weird things with their console, like wrapping it in a towel. I never tried that. People would wrap a stack of pennies in electrical tape and put it on the RAM chips on the bottom to cause more pressure. And we all remember the videos on YouTube of everybody beating the crap out of their 360s with hammers, hatchets, guns, running them over with cars. I mean, there's thousands of videos with that exact thing. And we found out way later when Microsoft finally addressed everything, heat cycling was a big issue. Bump gate, as it was called at one point, where I'm pretty sure the solder balls were cracking due to the thermal stress and things like that. And then also a really crappy, improper material for the underfill was a big problem as well. Now this is about the time you're asking, well, how do we fix it? How do we actually resolve this issue? And unfortunately, when it comes to this, you don't. And the reason I say that is because these units are defective from the factory. The 3 red rings of death is a hardware failure. So you have most likely the GPU that has failed. You have the crappy underfill. You have the solder, the bumps that are cracked most likely as well. So even if you were to get this working, let's say I offer the reflow service to this guy, it's just going to come back again in the future. And it's not to say that there hasn't been good successes out there. I've seen reflows that lasted years. I've seen reballs that have lasted years, and people get a lot of good life out of the system from doing that. My recommendation to customers is see if they can find a Jasper system, see if you can find a Falcon, a Slim system, an eSlim system. Those revisions of consoles don't typically have this issue, or at least it's not as prominent, which is much more promising. Even with all that information, this customer begged me to please reflow this. He says he doesn't care. I don't offer warranty services for reflows because it's not something you can warranty. He doesn't care about that. He just wants it done. So we're going to reflow this real quick and basically cross our fingers that it's going to work. All right, we're getting it torn down here, and I want to mention, guess what? It has never been opened up. That increases our chance of success exponentially, so that is awesome. And there's the board out of the shell. I've looked at all the capacitors. Those look good at least. And here's our processor and GPU. There's our X clamps. Let's get that all taken off real quick. And once we're completed with our reflow, I'm going to go through and clean up this corrosion in this area. It's not from the capacitors, but I think it's just from a spill or something in the past. There is our CPU and there is our GPU. And I want to at least say this, it wasn't just Microsoft that suffered from this problem. The PlayStation 3 had the yellow light of death, and it was actually related to a very similar thing, Bumpgate back in the day. You can look it up, mid-2000s to late 2000s. GPUs in general, in laptops, graphics cards were all failing miserably due to this exact same issue. So it's not just the 360. All right, the thermal paste is all cleaned up, so we're just going to add some flux around the edge here. And the reason earlier that I mentioned that it's so awesome this has never been opened is the more times the system has been reflowed or attempted to be reflowed adds to the thermal cycling of the board. And the success rate not only goes down, but if it does work, the duration for how long it does work goes down as well, at least according to the stats that I have read. All right, we're going to get it started here. And we're just going to keep moving up and down the chip. Different shapes, side to side, up and down. And we don't want to, stay in one spot for too long. Always keep it moving. Try to keep it the heat evenly distributed, I should say. And I'll do this for a little while and I'll get back with you. And that's really all there is to it. We're going to get this all cleaned up as best we can. And then we'll get it tested here pretty soon. Once we get all this flux off of there. And that looks extremely clean. Very nice. Let's get it tested. Okay, the board has completely cooled down. I got it partially assembled. The moment of truth here, guys. Did it work? Take your guess. Oh my God. There's no way. Can we get a picture? Oh my God, it worked. Jesus, look at that. Yes. Yes. I'm not kidding you guys. I can't believe that this worked. Usually when you hit the button and you get an insta 3 red rings, that's kind of the end of the line. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. This working is pretty wild. This customer is going to be extremely happy. And you guys got a little bit of my history and why I became a technician, which was the era of the red ring of death on the 360. Because, like I said, myself, my friends all had it, and someone had to repair it, right? Or at least try. And yeah, I've been doing this almost 20 years now, and I love what I do. And if you are looking into getting into work just like this, YouTube, forums, lots of reading, and you can do it as well. There's no schooling that you need to take to do this. Just dive right in. Go buy some broken stuff. See if you can fix it. Just be careful. Electronics can shock you. But it's a really fun path to go down. So give it a whirl. And thanks for watching, guys. Until the next video.